gentlemen, welcome today to a brand new video, and today I am going to divulge into a question. How slow is 0% AI? That is the big question I want to find out for myself, so we're going to get into it and find out, or try to find out the question, you know, basically. How slow is AI, 0% AI? We're going to take Ferrari's Vettel, and we're going to use the circuit of, Italy, or Monza, should I say, because Ferrari, if you don't know, are rumoured to have the best engine. We're going to use a 25% race distance, no qualifying, basically, so there won't be any of that, no formation lap. Tyre allocation, well, we're only going to need really the normal. We're not doing any qualifying. I've taken off the rules and flags because I want to go one lap behind, basically. But everything else, is the same. Nothing else is different. There is no, difference otherwise. Everything else is more or less the same. Damage is on. Basically, everything else is on. So yeah, we're going to find out for once how slow is 0% AI. So we're going to go, remember, one lap down basically. So we're not going to pull away off into the distance and, you know, run away with the victory. We're going to go one lap down, and try and claw our way back immediately through the field, try and unlap ourselves, and then try and see how far through the order we can get afterwards. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, because obviously it'll be exciting, but how slow are they? Now, before I want to start, obviously, I'm not going to claim I'm the fastest player in the world, so results may differ depending on, you know, depending on basically certain other factors, but basically, yeah. So, all we need to do here is we sort of need to get out of the way. I want to hope they all just avoid us, which they have. So we're just going to reverse, so we're not parked, and we're going to wait in this basically grid slot here for the next lap or so until they come round. Now, one thing we're going to have cold tyres going into turn one. We will also probably be a little bit more than a lap down as well going into turn one, because the cars are going to come past it at good speed, so yeah. But whilst we're sitting, we might as well just wait, you know, and make a sort of prediction. I think we should expect to get back into P5, I feel. That should be realistic and the #1 goal. But I think, if we can get anything beyond P5, maybe a victory, I think this would be good. I don't think it will be easy, because it is a short lap here, but I don't think it's going to be impossible either. But it is going to be pretty difficult and going to require some pretty good laps. So, they are now on the run down into Parabolica then here, ladies and gents. And you can already see gaps are emerging. So, we better build up the revs somewhat, because they're going to soon be here. And I think I can see them. Yes, I can. So here comes Mr. Lewis Hamilton as he now breezes past. There goes my teammate. We're going to engage the gear now, and we're going to now start pulling away. Oh, God, I didn't expect that. Maybe I should position the car just slightly, somewhat to the right. Right, can we done with that again? Right. Gonna now pull away, gonna just let the last car go, and now we're gone. Right, we can now start our race and basically start coming back through the field here. So tyres are very cold at the moment. Time to get back up through the field in this car, which is rumoured to have the fastest engine. So, of course, we're obviously going to be hopefully up in a straight line. First lap, just want to keep it clean in these, like, few laps. Don't want to get any damage. Just like that, very easy to get damage.
Great start. Let's get back on track.
I'm gonna just use the one flashback. Probably pushing a bit too much. Right. Obviously, tires are a bit cold. Jeez, they are slow, but it's very disorientating. But they're not too slow in a straight line, I wouldn't say. They're just slow in the braking zones and through the corners. Right. That's us up in now to basically 13th less slipstream here. Still slipstreaming, pulling out of the draft. By the way, if we succeed at this, let's say we do okay, I want to do also a 50% AI challenge or something like that, you know. Then we'll do like 100% and then 110%. So we may just follow this series up with like 3 videos. So the next one would be like 50%. Probably with the 100% AI difficulty, we'll probably do it maybe you know, where we wouldn't go a lap down. 50 I think we still will. Right, I've got a ton of fuel, so I might as well burn this fuel. Been boxed in here, but very nice that was. So we're already on lap 2. We haven't unlapped ourselves completely yet from the entire field, but we are gaining severely on the leaders already. You can tell how much quicker we really are than these leaders. Like, I haven't done any blistering lap time yet. But now we're really gaining. By the way, this is the first time I've driven the Ferrari car in this career mode, or in this game, should I say. So once we get past, basically this Ferrari up in front, Lewis Hamilton and Bottas, we're basically on the lead lap, and we're then in a more of an endurance race where we're just trying to regain and catch back up to the rest of the field.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
So Hamilton and Bottas fighting here. Take a nice neat line through the corner, and we now have officially unlapped ourselves, so we can now go after the rest of the field here and just try and, you know, get back into better positions. So yeah, we're now officially less than a lap down. So we've got about 10 laps to work with here. I'm going to say, so long we catch the back marker, Giovinazzi, by, let's say, lap 10, I think we can easily get up into probably where I would expect to finish here in this race. because it's a short lap, if you understand where I'm coming from. And look how much we've already pulled out on the AI in this basically first lap. We're basically already pulling out miles on the AI. We are light years ahead in terms of pace. So Giovinazzi all the way at the Ascari chicane as we head into turn 1.
Giovinazzi is in the pits.
So Giovinazzi's pitting. So obviously we've still got to make our pit stop. Bear in mind. So already we've probably got about, well, opened up around 12 seconds I'd say on that group of lead cars. We're somewhat 59 seconds shy of Giovinazzi now. Alright, in the corner. So gained about 9 seconds there. So just working out how much we're gaining. Right, we want to work out how much we're gaining per sector roughly. So let's see how much we gain in this first. Are we 28 seconds?
Our gap to the car in front is 24.1 seconds.
24.1 is the gap. I think it's actually a large gap back to Kvyat. That's why. Oh, we're now going to run a bit of standard engine mode. So, really have no idea how much we've gained on this lap, because at the start of the lap we were a whole lot closer.
Push now. We're boxing this lap.
But what I do know, we've got a good lead on Hamilton. And remember, we were a lap down. So the leaders still haven't, I don't think, pitted for fresh tyres yet. So we're gonna lose.
Fuel is looking really good. You're managing it well.
So 2 seconds in the first we've gained there. Don't want to know how much we're gonna gain in this middle. Roughly, this will be, I think, the telltale sign of how much we're gaining, roughly.
Remember, box this lap. Keep
4
an eye on your
seconds,
distance
wow.
to the speed limit line as you approach, and make sure you don't speed.
Lance Stroll's out. Now, if there was any good time for a safety car, it would be now. Then that'd basically give us a free pit stop. But it don't look like we're going to get any. Right, in we come. So this is our pit stop. Then, so we're going to inherit P19. Quite easy.
Go, go, go.
Oh, balls. I forgot to release. This year it's a bit different with the clutch. You gotta sort of release the clutch, build up the RPM, hold down the clutch, then release the clutch. Sorry about that small error. Even then, very bad pit stop. Probably revving it too long. Let's try and hold up down the clutch, then rev. Right.
Go now.
There we go, that was better. So you gotta literally release the clutch. It's a lot more complex, I'm finding, of a system to get used to. Anyway.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
We've done the pit stop, so we're now on a fresh set of soft tyres. Obviously, we're going to inherit P19.
Charles is in for his stop.
So effectively, that's a free position then. And we're now 31 seconds behind Giovinazzi. So that's, I guess, the true gap right now to Giovinazzi. I still think top 5 is possible.
Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy.
And I hope it's possible. Alright, 27 seconds now the gap. Really want to stop flying here. I want to go like Superman.
The gap to the
23 seconds. Good.
23.4 seconds.
Right, want to take another 10 seconds out of in this lap. More or less. Touch the grass. I won't mad too much.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Let's really now open up the car. Let the car just drive itself. It looks like the AI isn't any slouch in the straight line. It feels to me like the corners are a bit slower than the player right now. So that's nice. It actually, I'm not saying this is a competitive race right now, but I think if, let's say, you were this bad at the game, it would actually feel pretty competitive, because I think of a straight line. For me, obviously, because of the cornering speed, you can really tell there's just so much difference between the players in the corners and the AI, I think. In fact, next lap round, I'm just gonna see something. Okay. In fact, I'm gonna see it now. Let's see what the cornering speed is for the AI. Let's find the AI in turn 1 maybe. So let's see. I think these two, they're not seeming battling too hard. Let's see. So 50 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour through that first corner. 37. Wow, 37 miles per hour. That is slow. Now let's see, as a player, how much my cornering speed is compared to maybe the AI. So that's a good, what, 20 miles per hour there. Like, I know I didn't make that tidy. Let's try and make it a bit more tidier. Yeah, a good 20 miles per hour is the difference between myself and the AI in terms of just that one slow speed corner. Remember, that's a slow speed corner, not even a high speed. So the higher speed, I imagine they're far slower, maybe up to 40 miles per hour or something, you know, which is quite a difference in the corner, really. So I definitely feel their cornering speed is slower. I don't think their straight line speed is slower too much. I feel like they do accelerate pretty okay. Like, yeah, they, you know, obviously I still don't think they're the best. I think they're braking far too early for the actual corner as well. Right, Kvyat's now in front of us.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Obviously, I'm sorry about using a few flashbacks. I shouldn't really have to use flashbacks. Just been using them just every now and again, as you can see. But we're now practically on the back of the AI, so this is now for position, basically. And yeah, we're gonna be now making up a few positions in this race here then. So that wasn't a great corner, but good news is gonna go
Set the ERS
bit
mode to overtake. We have to push.
active, but now we can go down the inside here. Next up, Russell and Kubica. Should be pretty easy on Kubica, and it is. Now buying our time on Russell, but nonetheless we're through. Next up, Albon, my current Formula 1 teammate in the Season 1 of Career Mode. Let's see how much of a difference we've got on Albon here. If you see what I mean, straight line speed isn't that bad from the AI. Very good, in fact. He was pulling on me there. There's Raikkonen done.
You made it look easy.
Drafting.
Ahead is 28.4 seconds.
He's got the DRS, of course. We don't. That's why there. Leaving Ricciardo just a bit of room there. On the grass. Lovely though, still move. Got 2 laps now to make up as many positions as possible. This is where I think the top 3 are out of position. Sorry, out of the running. But I do think the 2 Red Bulls are catchable. So long we deal with just some of these on this lap. Gotta make up positions every lap here.
Let's use some of this energy. Increase the ERS deployment. We have 2 laps of fuel
There's
remaining.
Perez. So can we catch the 2 Red Bulls in time? Alright, all or nothing on this lap. Let's go for it. So this is the lap where we're just sending the car now full beans.
Final lap of the race.
No more holding back. Everything is on the wire. Oh balls, that was a terrible corner. I hit what was his name? Magnussen. I'll just replay it from there. Then cause at such a low speed I couldn't get the car turned, and yeah, that cost me. Really shouldn't have done that, but yeah. I think only one of Red Bull's now catchable, really. Not too sure whether we can catch the other. If we can dispatch Norris now, maybe. There may just be a chance. Got to dispatch also Max Verstappen, and we've done that now. We've got only a few seconds to really get Gasly here. Got to throw the car in. I think Yeah, it's not gonna happen, is it? But P5, I did say that's where I was expecting. Obviously, Bottas came home to win the race, and we plough ourselves into the gravel track. That's what we did. But yeah, we came home in P5. Let's see how many seconds. Let's see, I think we were only about no more than 2 to 3 seconds behind Gasly. So that's a very good recovery in some sense. Obviously, yeah, there were 1 or 2 mistakes. I think if we were a bit more clinical, okay, and more decisive, okay, it could have been easily different. But I don't know, when you're always racing slower AI here, I always had that feeling, a bit like playing online. If I'm playing online, driving a slower player, I get a bit edgy doing the on-the-brake stuff. I prefer to use the DRS or straight line or something. I don't really like going down the inside of players on that way. And if I am on the inside, I prefer to have the majority of my car ahead. So yeah. But otherwise, I do think, okay, we did very well. So that's how many positions you can roughly recover. But in terms of lap time,
would be a driver who's managed to pull off an impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Nico Hulkenberg's clean driving throughout the event.
Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing.
But yeah, obviously,
and we'll see you for the next one.
In terms of lap time, you know what? We were about there on that according to the lap time. We were only 7 seconds quicker, roughly. So 8 seconds quicker, to be precise. So 8 seconds then is the difference between 7 to 8 seconds is the difference between 0% AI and 97% AI, which is the usual difficulty that I play on. So yeah, that's rather interesting in terms of how much faster the AI is. Obviously, don't get me wrong, they're not doing constantly them 133s over the course of a race distance. They're only doing them 133s, well, probably not even every lap. Probably every, I don't know, few laps. So probably even actually the 135s the majority of the time. So, you know, you're probably gaining around 10 seconds a lap then there, especially on the faster cars. On the slower cars, you're gaining a whole lot more, probably gaining around 12 seconds a lap. But yeah, that's really, really interesting. Obviously, that tells me that, you know, I can't really compare it to last year because I didn't really do a 0% AI challenge last year. But obviously, that's quite interesting. I'm just wondering, so if we're 8 seconds faster a lap than, you know, the slow AI, that's for 0%, then surely we're only 4% faster than, you know, well, 4 seconds a lap faster than the 50% AI, I would have thought. So yeah, you know, I think obviously when we do 100% AI, we are going to find out that we're obviously slower. I'm curious to how much slower. Maybe a second, I would have thought. A lap, something like that. But, you know, obviously we'll do that in due course, the 50% AI challenge. But yeah, there you go. So that is how much faster 0% AI is. You're able to go a lap down, well, at the Italian circuit of Monza, and to finish in still P5. And probably if, as I say, you were maybe a bit, I don't know, half a second quicker a lap, a bit cleaner, you know, maybe there's a small chance of a podium. I think a win would be pretty tough to get, even for some of the better players. Even you have to be probably on it like a qualifying lap every single lap to get that. But I do think, you know, that there is pretty cool to see how much slower the 0% AI is than a player like myself who usually plays on around AI difficulty of 94%. 94 to 97. So, you know, obviously, yeah, that surprises me that obviously they're only 8 seconds slower, but, you know, you can still nonetheless, well, do an awesome recovery drive. And I'll tell you what, you know, recovery drives like that are pretty hard, you know, and to do one like that where you're just a lap down from everyone, you got to be on it all the time. And it is actually really difficult to be on it every single lap, especially when you're a lap down, because the problem is I have, as I say, I don't trust the AI, especially on 0%. I feel like they can do a bit of jerky reactions, if that makes sense. They will flinch, I would say, and maybe do something a player wouldn't do. Okay, exactly. They're a lot better, don't get me wrong, but I think that's the problem, and I just don't have that confidence racing them. Whereas when you're racing maybe on higher AI, you just have a bit more trust. They're not going to do something stupid, you know. There's still probably the possibility, but a little bit more trust anyway. So thank you for joining. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As I say, I will do a 50% AI challenge. I'll probably go half a lap down. Okay, so, you know, I'm not sure where. I think we'll do Monza. We'll stick to Monza for actually all the you know, event. We'll probably do half a lap down. We'll do still a 13 lap race, another sprint race, you could say. With the 100 and 110% AI, we'll probably only do 5 lap races just to give a idea what it's like to race, rather than to show you what it's like to race. So until then, see you all next time for another video. I'm your host, Julian. As I say, subscribe, like and share. See you all next time.